Yes, guys, I'm pumped. I got a lot of questions again, and this time we're going to address the body. Instead of we've done a lot of mind and psychology aspects, but once again, they all, help us to become the best version of ourselves, and that's what we're doing right here. I will answer the questions that I am educated on, which is physical training, which is psychology, and which is nutritional counseling. So, I will answer now something that is related to nutrition, but I will not go in depth about what you should eat because that's different for everybody. And we do help you on a website with that service. So we are willing to help you and make that personalized plan for you. But I'm now generalizing. I'm having a question from somebody about what's the best way to go. So I just want to help you structure that. All right. So to start off with, creating your diet meal plan. It's once again simplicity. I use, and I'm not getting sponsored for this, I use MyFitnessPal. I will put a link in the description, and we recommend this to clients too. I have no contract done with them whatsoever, but it's just a very decent, good app with every macronutrients. You can just search what you're looking for in the supermarket, and it tells you exactly what's in it. Because every day, especially when you have a family, especially when you have a busy life or you have no time to write everything down, this app really helps you to look for it and to it counts your macros and how much calories and how much protein, how much fats, everything. So it keeps track of that. So that way you can make it your lifestyle. I'm not a big fan of diet plans. I don't like diets. I don't even like to use the word. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys wanted me to say I'm all for dieting. No, I'm not. I want you to be able to eat that piece of pie one day and to know, oh, this has so many calories, so I should compensate that with something else. Eventually, at the end of the day, it's in the 24 hours you have what you eat. All right. So to keep things simple, I like to break down each meal or snack into simple units: protein, fruits, leafy greens, grain, protein snacks, and taste enhancers. Each personalized diet plan has its own basic structure based on these simple units. And that way it's easy to remember also what you should eat at each meal. And I'm going to display a few calorie plans where I put it in perspective. For instance, if you do not much, 1200 calorie diet plan, then a breakfast you have, for instance, one protein substance, a shake, one fruit, vegetables if desired. At lunch you have one protein source, you have one vegetable source, leafy greens plus one taste enhancer. For a 15 calorie diet or a 15 calorie plan, 1500, for a 1500 calorie plan, you add, instead of just two proteins, you may do two. It also depends on what your goal is. Do you want to build muscle? You need, a normal rule is about 2 grams of protein, 1 or 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Learn your portion sizes. Once you know the basic breakdown of your meal plan, the next step is to get familiar with the portion sizes within each of the food groups. And this is one of the most important factors in keeping your calories in check. Each of the following items in each group counts as one portion. Protein, you know, are low in fat, and it's very important that you also know that dairy products have, for instance, have more calories. So you need to use that app when you want to consume something to know, all right, how many calories has this, how many fats has this. All right, don't restrict yourself on a very fixed diet where you might be able to do that for a month, 2 months, but eventually you're gonna fall back harder because you made it so hard on yourself when it's not even that hard. You just gotta keep track of what you eat. So, for instance, protein units: 1 cup of plain or vanilla non-fat yogurt or non-fat cottage cheese. 3 ounces of cooked lean meat for the protein. 4 ounces cooked fish or shellfish. A protein shake. 1 whole egg plus 4 egg whites, or 7 egg whites, but there's a lot of minerals and vitamins in the yolk too, so keep that in mind. And then you also have tofu for protein units, and then for fruit, fresh or frozen fruits are generally better choices than dried fruits or fruit juices, since you will be getting the largest portion size for the calories you are eating. But I have listed fruit portions in various forms, so you can choose for yourself. The vegetable, with exception of starchy vegetables such as corn and peas, which are listed with the starches, vegetables have the fewest calories per bite of any foods. In fact, the calories in leafy greens such as lettuce are so low that they can be eaten in any amount. Vegetable units, leafy greens, any amount, any vegetable, 80 grams. I would always, and people say, if that's not any nutritional value, why would you eat? Because it also helps with the digestion, guys. It is very important to get that in your plan, in your meal. All right, and starch or grain, and the foods listed in this group are whole grain. They provide more vitamins, minerals, and fiber than refined white starches, like white rice or white bread. People still think they can go to the supermarket and buy a white bread and feel like they're eating, because the advertisement says so, a lot of grains, whole grains, I have seen as well. Starch of grain units, you have to think of half a cup or 150 grams of cooked grain, rice, pasta, quinoa, beans, lentils, corn, kernels, or peas. Also 1 slice of whole grain bread, a half large potato, white or sweet, preferably sweet, and 1 cup, or 250 grams of cooked rolled oats. And I love that in the morning. They call it the champion's breakfast for a reason. And then another thing that's in the starch of grain units is tortillas, corn tortillas. And then you have the protein snacks. You basically have to think like, I have some protein bars in my fridge. It's always good when I'm on my way, but you also have non-fat, low-fat milk, 1 ounce of roasted soy nuts, the protein snack bars, very important. Taste enhancers, small amounts of fats or sweets can be used to add flavor to your foods. Each of the following items contains 60 to 70 calories, which is why I'll limit them in plants. Although avocado is technically a fruit, most of its calories come from fat. So, but it's good fat, and it's counted as a taste enhancer. Similarly, while nuts do contain modest amounts of protein, most of the calories in nuts also come from fat, so they are placed here. And you have to think of olive oil, canola, sunflower, or avocado, 2 teaspoons of ketchup, low-fat sour cream or low-fat mayonnaise, and a lot of people like this. 1 teaspoon of jam, jelly, honey, syrup, or whatever sugar you're consuming. People also like a lot of grated Parmesan cheese. I would, like that's like 15 grams then, for the taste enhancers. And some foods, some food items have so few calories that they are considered free. What does that mean? Basically, because they have, I described it earlier with lettuce, they have almost no calories. You can keep eating them as much as you like. Garlic, herbs and spices, vinegar. It's now time to build and put the meal plans together. Using the basic structure for the calorie level you choose, you can now plug in foods from each of the food groups your personalized diet or plan. Once again, the MyFitnessPal app really helps with looking up the macronutrients and everything else you need to know, and it keeps track of everything. All right, that's basically what you need to know, and I hope this helps to create your own meal plans. Because every day it's different. I choose now. Well, every day I eat my oatmeal every day, but every dinner is basically different, and you need that variety. So keep track of what you do and keep track of what you eat. All right, done. Thank you guys.